Railroad trains are sometimes forgotten, but must be included in a discussion of the history of steel around Youngstown. Not only did the railroad bring products in and out of the area, there were also rail lines within the mills themselves. This weekend at the Youngstown Steel Heritage Museum on Route 62, people can ride a coal-powered steam train that once serviced a mill in Pittsburgh. Rick Rowlands, the man behind the Youngstown Steel Heritage Museum, this afternoon backed up the historic locomotive, part of the round trip on the museum's 600 feet of track.
At one point in the first part of the 20th century, a steam locomotive like this was very common to see in Youngstown.
The train was built in 1937 and was used around the open hearse at Jones and Laughlin in Pittsburgh. Rowlands bought it 5 years ago from a boiler company in Middlefield, Ohio.
It was in horrible shape. This thing should weigh 90,000 pounds. It weighed 60,000 pounds when we got it. A third of the weight was gone off of it.
Rowlands found one part in a farmer's field outside Pittsburgh, and what he couldn't find, he had remade from scratch. He also rebuilt some of the cars and laid the track.
There's at least $50,000 in it, probably more. That's not including my labor or anything. That's just out-of-pocket expenses.
The steam is generated by coal, shoveled in by hand. When the coal is first put in, the train spews dark black smoke, a reminder of the days when such plumes were common around Youngstown. Sprays of steam flow constantly from various parts of the locomotive, for it's the steam that powers the train from the engine to the whistle.
For preserving what we call steel mill railroading, like what we're doing here, not very many rail museums do that. We're kind of special in that we focus on the steel industry. And certainly no one has restored an engine like this one before now.
Now, people can ride the steam locomotive this weekend at the Youngstown Steel Heritage Museum. It's holding an open house tomorrow and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. each day. It's located on Route 62 in Youngstown. That's on the way to Hubbard. It's $8 to get in.